Alright, here is some news from good old Jamaica. And as I keep saying, the beast of crime always finds new victims. And in a event that would basically be described as one of the most gruesome and most horrific killings for this year. I mean, like, this basically comes tops to last year with the murder of that grand woman and her two children. Because this is basic. This comes from Clarendon, where Kemisha Wright and no, not Kemisha Wright. Kemisha Wright, the late Kemisha Wright, and her four daughters were murdered in their home, murdered in New Road yesterday. Yesterday, and like, you know, what can I say is this most unspeakable grisly acts. I can't describe how these poor babies, especially because these are all very young kids, right? All of them are teenagers and two little toddlers. And what has been said was that there was a domestic dispute between Kemisha Wright and one of her cousins, who allegedly, because I'm not going to say they'll say that he's a guy. Apparently, her cousin Rushane Barnett, 23, was reporting a person of interest and was detained by the police recently. Now, what has been said is that her Rushane and Kemisha had some personal dispute, prior to this, and then as a result, this happened, and not more is being said after the fact, though. But all I can say is this: if Rushane Barnett is guilty, I'm not going to say he is because we haven't confirmed it yet. Yeah, I'm not surprised that they didn't take him. They took him in alive. If he's guilty, I'm going to say it. Now, if he's not guilty, and someone else actually did it, I would advise don't take that person alive. That person deserves the same mercy he gave that woman and her daughter, especially these little kids who all of them are forever stuck in the age of teenage age of 15 to even 5 years old down the scale. None of these little girls are going to get a chance again, live their lives, grow up to be something, contribute to society, hopefully, have kids on their own. And I always said, and the thing is, though, is that especially with her, with Kemisha Wright's mother, Gwendolyn McKnight, who just lost her daughter and her granddaughters. I always say that no parent should have to bear their child, especially not in a sickening, gruesome manner like this. And the fact that this was allegedly done by another family member, that does hurt. That's what drives it even deeper. I mean, it wasn't a stranger or some random sociopath that did this. This was apparently done by someone they're related to, which makes you wonder if Rushane Barnett, if he's guilty. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna exactly say it, bang the gavel and say this guy did it, but if he did it, because he's named as a suspect, chief primary suspect is. Did this guy have a criminal record prior to this? Does this guy have a history of violence and nothing was done? I wouldn't be surprised if this more details come out that this guy had a long rap sheet and then nothing was done about this guy until it was too late. Yeah, because I usually hear stories like that with these guys and these suspects, and the ones that are indeed guilty. You'll just be find out that this is not the first offense they committed, which makes you wonder is why these guys weren't put in a cage prior to this. Because if that's the case, Kemisha Wright and her daughters would likely be alive if this guy wasn't on the streets. But all I can say is that my condolences to the family of these people. I don't know any of them. I don't like when kids are hurt, especially when you harm a child. You definitely deserve the same mercy that you gave that little baby, those little baby or those babies. And I said that right there. I'm not backing down from that, whatever. And yeah, of course, the MPs have turned this into basically there's another publicity stunt. Like, this is another photo up from them where they express their phony condolences and none of them are saying anything about making harsher laws, because Second verse same as the first, and there's not going to be any talk about them saying, hey, we're going to be pushing for harsher laws to make sure things like that never happen, but that is to be expected. But there you go, Jamaica. You let the crime beast has found some more victims, and same thing goes for those people who got shot in downtown Kingston yesterday as well. Not much is known about that either. Hopefully more facts come up, but yeah. It is Jamaica. This is arguably will be the most barbaric and sickening murders committed for this year, unless something even worse tops it by the time 2022 comes to a close. We'll see how this goes, but I'm disgusted. But at the end of the day, this is part of Jamaica's culture, that undercurrent of violence and unaccountability. And this is the end result of this. And as I have to say, so it's for State of Jamaica and the Caribbean. Check out my other YouTube pages, Miles Goodson Farron, Miles Productions with Thoughts and Miles. Alright,